All right, happy Sunday evening, everybody. It's time for Raiderland Rewind, brought to you by Thacker Jewelry here in Lubbock, your destination for great Christmas wish list ideas for your wife, for your girlfriend, wives for your husband, girlfriends for your boyfriend. You get the idea. They're waiting for you at Thacker Jewelry. They're going to help you out this week. I mean, it could be all sorts of cool stuff. Maybe watches for the guys, amazing citizen watches, stacked rings are kind of the cool thing, guys. Or just go with the old ankle bracelet. Ain't nothing wrong with that. At Thacker Jewelry, presenting sponsor for Raiderland Rewind. We're talking Tech football tonight, mauling the Cal Bears in the Independence Bowl. We're talking Tech basketball tonight, and we're going to find out your wish list for 2024 for both of those programs. So that's what we're going to do tonight. Now, I know it's early. We hit a little early. So what are we going to do? We're going to wait. We're going to get a few people in, all right? You get in. The first one's arriving. You let us know the audio is good. The video is good. Everything about it is good. You tell us by, giving us thumbs up, hearts, everything else. Then you share the dog out of it. You share it on Twitter. You share it on YouTube. You share it on Facebook. Hi there, Michael. Glad you're watching. Now, for our good friends on YouTube and on Twitter X, use the United Supermarkets text line to get in. If you use the regular stuff, we won't see it. 806-772-0197. Right there on your screen, the United Supermarkets text line, 806-772-0197. I was there today. Great ad specials working for you. It was not insane Christmas shopping. I think that's going to be about Thursday, Friday. So, guys, pre-shop. If you're in charge of the meat this weekend, pre-shop. Go to United Supermarkets. Take advantage of what you're going to do there, but be smart about it. Let's do it in 3, in 2. Good evening, West Texans, all you good, fine, friendly folks out there who wish you are. I'm Ryan Hyatt. TheRaiderland.com is the website. You went there this morning. You saw our column. 5 things we know on a Sunday. Not 2, not 4. 6 would be right out. 3 would not be nearly enough. 5 things we know on a Sunday. Go check it out. If you like it, share it, add your comment to it, particularly number 3, number 2, maybe 2 and 3, I think. Either way, check out the column. We got you tonight. We're talking Texas Tech football. Red Raiders win last night, 34-14. Controlled the game for the most part against the Cal Bears. We can discuss the bowl game and get your thoughts on that, what you liked, what impressed you, what you were pleased with. We can also discuss your wish list for 24 for Texas Tech football going forward. And I don't believe about basketball. If we didn't have a bowl game yesterday, we would be talking about a 22-point win over Vanderbilt, 76-54 there, Dickies Arena, and it kind of got covered up, and it was a really nice win. Now, is Vanderbilt just this huge, awesome, great team? No, they're not, but neither is Texas Tech. Texas Tech is going to be fighting all year long in the Big 12 to be above 500 in league play. That's what they're going to do. They lost Cambridge. They're going to be rediscovering themselves over the next 2 weeks. What do you got left? UTA? Is that right? UTA and Sam Houston. You don't have much left to discover yourself. They're pretty good. Not bad. Product placement there. So you have just a couple of weeks left to figure out who you're going to be and what your team is going to look like going forward. What they did last night looked good. Pop Isaac shot it well. Joe Desant continues to do his thing. And then we saw, Walton go 4 of 5 from the floor. And that's really good because without Cambridge, you got some missing pieces. So we got all that stuff going on tonight. What are we going to talk about? What are we going to do? Well, it's up to you. You get on the United Supermarkets text line if you're watching on Twitter. If you're watching on YouTube, 806-772-0197. Otherwise, our Facebook friends, normal communication as always. Hi there, Chris. Hi there, Celia. And you tell us what you liked about the game last night, what you didn't like about the game, and there wasn't much to not like, really, at the end of the day. I guess the only thing maybe at the end of the day, dang it, would love to have gotten Brooks 1 more yard. 21-90 on the official. They go back and they grade these things. And it was a hard night of running. It was 21-99, 4.7. But golly, would have loved to have gotten him 100 yards in the bowl game the man who has made the commitment to come back, the man who the Matador Club and others have made the commitment through NIL to pay him to come back, and we love it all. Chris says pay Tim DeRuyter more. That was a really nice night by the defense. Really nice night by the defense. Other than, you had, and really the whole game, Texas Tech controlled it. Kind of got waylaid there on the kickoff, and a couple of plays later they scored there. Other than that, by the third drive of the game, Texas Tech was completely and 100% in control of this game. They controlled it from there on out. Offensive line, defensive line, dictated to Cal what Cal was going to be able to do, not going to be able to do. You continue to see the Baron Morton, Coy Aikens show. I love it. It's one of my favorite shows on RFD. I'm a picking and I'm a grinning. If they don't do a Roy Clark and a Buck Owens hee-haw deal on those two, I'm Coy Aiken and I'm Baron Morton. I'm picking and I'm a grinning. If they don't do that, they're totally missing out. Now, I know that's not cool anymore. All year, this defense gets better as the game goes on. Yeah. They got better. Well, they weren't bad from the beginning. They were good from the beginning. Just, again, kind of got waylaid early on. That's football. That's a bowl game, whatever. Hi there, Andy. So, yeah, Aikens 7 for 106. How about X White? Throw up the X. If you guys know your fraternity deal, there you go. I was not a member, by the way. I know that shocked you. I wasn't a member. He played with some ferocity last night. He really did. And I like that. Good for him. They found Thacker 3 times, so that was nice. Tight ends. I mean, we can still do it. So your thoughts on the bowl game. Give me your Christmas wish list for Tech football going forward and your 3 favorite stories of the year. Your 3 favorite stories of the year. Could be, I don't know, Ben Roberts on defense. Could be Taj Brooks still, that we're talking about a guy who will come back and have a chance to set the all-time rushing record at Texas Tech in the year 2024 when we thought rushing was all dead and gone. That it had been buried with the arrival of Mike Leach and the passing of Spike Dykes, not as a person, but as a coach, and then God rest his soul. That was all over. We'd never see the day of big-time 2,000-yard rushers, and we haven't really. DeAndre Washington, had his 14 or whatever it was. But we wouldn't see that. And here we are on the precipice. For those of you who live in Muleshoe, on the precipice means that you're real close to it. Like it's your anyhow. So here I think that's one of the great stories. And then a defense that kind of held together. Rabbit was solid, but again, Roberts and what he was able to do. You tell us your favorite stories, your top 3 stories, and things you wish for the program going forward. How close are they? We're watching the transfer portal. Players will get in and leave. Players will get in other places and come to Texas Tech. I'll let that sort itself out. You're never going to get great through the transfer portal. You'll maintain what you have through the transfer portal. You'll never get great. You'll get great through recruiting. And they showed the recruiting numbers. What was it? His first year was like 44, then 20-something, and this one's right around 20. I mean, it's still a little, well, it's not as early as you think. What, recruiting signing day is coming up this week, next week, whatever it is. And if Micah Hudson stays, then it'll probably be the best recruiting class on average just because of that you've had in the modern era going back to 2000, 2001. So what do you want to see going forward? Let's get your comments coming in. Want to see what you're thinking tonight. We've got that. We got basketball to look at. If you guys are on X, and that's the Twitter app and not drugs, or YouTube Live, we want you to hit us on the United Supermarkets text line, 806-792-0197. Don't go down the Christmas-only aisle. I do it. I end up buying these little Reese's Pieces things and like white chocolate Christmas trees, and I can't stop. How many DeSoto or Duncanville football players could start for Tech now? Maybe 1 or 2. DeSoto wins last night in the 6A game. They get the state championship. I mean, there's usually at the 6A, at the highest level in Texas football, for those who are watching somewhere else, there's usually one or two players on every one of those championship teams that is college ready, wherever it is. Not many more than that, but one or two. It's still a hell of a big jump, even from the top of Texas high school football into Big 12 play. So don't minimize that. Don't mock the Texas Tech players. These are full-grown men out there, particularly on the offensive line, defensive line. Look how hard it is to get out there. It's not that easy to just roll out and do it. That's why you just don't see it very often. You don't see it very much, particularly those spots. And those are the spots, though, that I would go back to the United Supermarkets text line texter jumping in there and say, that's where Texas Tech needs to concentrate on the high school ranks. My wish list in 2024 for Tech football is that all the offensive linemen and all the defensive linemen that you sign, for the most part, are high school guys. Grow them up. Who's your best, maybe your best linebacker right now? Who is it? Grow them up. All right, you got a Raiderland Rewind tonight, brought to you by Thacker Jewelry here in Lubbock, 82nd Street. About 4 blocks past west of Frankfurt or so, give or take. They're open this week. Guys, you know you've screwed up. You know you've messed up. They're going to help you out there. Go in, say hi. Tell them thanks for being a part of Rewind. And, of course, Diamond Talk coming up when Tech baseball starts. CJ says, watched basketball game. They looked a lot better sinking before bowl game. Was proud of Red Raiders and bowl. Looked for discipline. Yeah. I kept thinking last night over and over and over, among other things. One, I had one too many chili cheese dogs. I truly did. I had like 2 really gigantic, massive chili cheese dogs, and I had one too many. But, you know, go big or go home. It's a bowl game. The other thing I kept thinking was, right now, Texas Tech has a lot of dudes that like to play football. That in this day and age, you better find some people, you better find some guys who want to play football. And by that I mean that, yeah, they want the NIL, they want all the other stuff, but you just gotta, it hurts to play this game. It hurts to play football. It hurts to play college football a lot. Now I'm talking physically, mentally, and everything else. So you better find some guys that really want to do it above and beyond whatever you're doing. Find some football playing dudes. As Jerome Tang would say at Kansas State, get me some dudes. Did the chili dogs make my tummy hurt? No, they did not. They did not make my tummy hurt. They just made me full and wondering why I had the extra one. But you got to find guys who want to play football. You got to find football players. And I know this will turn off a lot of college fans and different people and everything else. We talk all the time about how if you guys really knew how sausage was made, you wouldn't want to eat the sausage when it comes to sports, when it comes to different things. There are a lot of guys who play football at the college level and even at the pro level that don't love it. They don't love the game, but they're pretty good. They're good enough. Maybe that's the curse that they have. They're good enough to play at that level, but they're not passionate about it. They don't love it. To do what Tech did last night, you got to have some guys that love playing the game, because there was nothing to love about playing in 40-degree temps and wet Shreveport, suck-ass game, crap bowl game. You rolled in there on a Wednesday. It's not like you got a full week of being wined and dined and this and that. You had to go do this, you had to go do that. And that's the way the players look at it. I don't mean that in a negative way, but the players are going, I got to do this, got to do that. And when they're around the sick kids and when their human hearts kick in, and they're human beings. But stay with me on this. They ain't playing in the national championship game. They know they're in Shreveport. They know they're a 6-6 team. They know nobody really gives a damn about the whole thing. So they better be the ones to care. And what I've seen out of Tech football, the last 3 bowl games, going back over kind of to the Sonny Cumbie, Matt Wells carryover in the last 2 with Joey McGuire, that you got some guys who love football, that they want to play. That's the only way you get an effort out of Tech the way you've gotten it out of the last 3 games. That they care about playing football. That they love the game. They still want the other stuff, don't get me wrong. But they realize everything they did over the last 12 months. Make no mistake, last night wasn't some sort of glorious payoff. It wasn't some sort of glorious reward that they all woke up every day in July and August. Parcells, you are? What's your record says? No, make no mistake, that wasn't what they woke up for. But they woke up yesterday knowing that they had a chance to play one more game. And they valued that. You can't coach that. You really can't. You recruit that. You can instill that. You can try to. But a guy's either got that, I think, in their system or they don't. Either a dude has that about their just wake up or they don't. There's not anything you can do as a teammate to do anything for a guy who don't care. So I've been impressed by that. And to me, that's a really good sign if you're a Tech fan about where this program is going forward. Now, they've got to get better. They got to get more talent, bigger, faster, stronger, more dudes. But their minds have been right. Their minds are right. All right, let's get some comments here. You guys can get in on the United Supermarkets text line, 806-772-0197. That's 806-772-0197. If you're watching us on Twitter, on YouTube Live, that's how you got to get in. Otherwise, I won't see the comments. Facebook, just keep hammering us the way you're hammering us there. The bowl game last night, says Jared. I kept thinking that our defense would bend at overuse because of offense woes. Our defense players like to play defense. Well, they're good at it. Good defense. I mean, you can tell me all about the offense woes all you want, but a good defense, nothing's stopping you from getting off the field 3 and out. Chris, NIL doesn't offend me. None of us would work at our job if we weren't getting paid. Amen on that. There, Jay, Chris says a lot about the culture Joey's continuing to build. Amen. What conference is Cal going to be in next year? ACC. Yeah, my number one wish for football is the great recruiting class being brought in starts to pay dividends on the field. Bob is watching. You guys can get in on the comments. And again, turning football around is an aircraft carrier. Turning basketball around is, a speedboat. Baseball, it's like a PT Cruiser, a destroyer, a little longer. So you might get a Micah Hudson who comes in, and you might get one other player who comes in. You might get a Ben Roberts, something like that. You can't count on that. You just got to stack them at the risk of quoting Matt Wells, who was really quotable, just none of it translated in the locker room or on the field. You got to stack success. All the crap Matt Wells said is true. He just couldn't execute it. Does Fungi come back next year? Don't know. Doesn't bother me if he does. Doesn't bother me if he doesn't. Did catching the TD with a healthy Morton potentially change his mind? Why would it? One moment's not going to change your mind. One moment it works, not going to change your mind. I reckon most of those guys already have their minds made up, whether it's Cameron Valdez or Loic Fungi or any of them. So I ain't going to worry about it. Did you know that Taj is kin to the Brooks brothers from and Jordan Brooks from Cuero, now at UT? If I knew that, I'd forgot. Don't know his family heritage. Do know he's a hell of a media relations intern, I'll tell you that. By the way, shout out to the ESPN broadcast for mentioning Matt Dowdy. It's not Matthew Dowdy, it's Matt Dowdy. All right? Matt Dowdy. And media relations, what used to be called sports information, and all the 500 people they got working there. That's not true. Anyways, I was really glad they said something nice about him there during the game. And the sideline reporter who had to do the ubiquitous tortilla story. No, there was never a quote about there ain't nothing but tortillas and Tech and all that. No, there wasn't any of that. Gets botched every time. I don't know where they get that information. I don't know who feeds that to them. And whoever it is, talk to me. I can give you the story. I can give you the real deal. It's not that hard. But no, there was never a quote about nothing but tortillas in Tech and Lubbock. I hope the reporter washed her hands afterwards. Well, I mean, just in general. Just in general, we would hope that, right? For cleanliness among all reporters. Hey, I don't want to leave out basketball too tonight. Lady Raiders getting going this week in Maui. We have confirmation they're there. We've seen that Mark Finkner is there, ready to announce. I don't know about his. He needs to wear. God bless him. He needs to wear a lot of sunscreen, even in the arena. Needs to wear a lot of sunscreen. But here we are. Krista Gerlich, 30 some odd years after going out there as a sophomore Lady Raider in 1990. I do have photos. I haven't found them yet. We found some. Some Lady Raiders at the time have been posting them on Facebook and other social media, but we may have a collection of photos from 1990 and Krista Gerlich's first trip out there. You know, off the United Supermarkets text line, Aggies equal Tortilla Tech. That's an urban legend, an urban myth that quote happened. I really don't think it happened. It certainly didn't have anything to do with the origination of Tortilla Tossing. Stephen watching, you guys can invite people in, share it on Twitter, on YouTube, on Facebook. So we're talking Tech football, Tech basketball. So yeah, Tech basketball. Again, last night it was easy to kind of overlook it. And I'm not saying Vanderbilt's great. They're not great. They're not. It's not a like you took down like a top 10 team. No, but you did a lot of the things you needed to do. And again, with Cambridge out, this totally reset the learning curve. And all of a sudden, you got like a 2-week curve before Big 12 play. You were settling in, and then he gets started. Now all of a sudden, you got to go, okay, Walton, you got to do this. Now, Tucson, I think, Tucson to me is the pickup of the year and the biggest addition of the year to this team. And everything needs to run through him. And Popeye just needs to go, hey, we're good. And I want to click on this and make sure I've got it right. What was the total number last night on threes? Tech only attempted 16 threes. That's a good thing. That's a great ratio of three-point attempts. All right? 9 of 16. That's a great ratio because the more you attempt, the fewer you make, the more long rebounds. The other thing this team is doing right now, and they shot it pretty good last night, 49%, 36 for Vandy, but they're getting offensive rebounds. Second chance points last night, 15-7. Not a huge advantage, good enough. Good enough. Again, you shot it nearly 50%. There weren't a ton of offensive rebounds to go around, so you got your share on 11 out of the 26 of 53, so 36-37. So there are only a few opportunities after that they could go get it, turn around on you. Fast break, they had 2 fast break points. Now, again, by not taking a ton of three-point shots, that eliminates the long runouts and the fast break points. You win at 12-2. 8-point advantage right there. Points off turnovers, 1 point. Negligible. So second chance points, 8 points there. 10 points on fast break points. You win. Hey, where'd that come from? I think it came from smart decision-making, shooting the basketball, limited three-point opportunities, maximizing a few higher percentage shots, and you continue to rebound the basketball well on the offensive rebounds. I don't have on this one a breakdown on the offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds per player. I apologize, but I don't have it. But last night was a really good indicator of where I think Coach McCaslin can get this team and how you need to play Big 12 games. Will you duplicate the score every game? No. Can you duplicate what you were trying to do? I think you can. What was Tucson, by the way? Dang it. On 4 assists. Yeah, 22 assists last night on 26 made basket. 22 assists. 26 made. Hell, that even escaped me until I just looked at it. 22 assists on 26 made baskets. God, that's playing basketball. You can win some games doing that. Not back in action again until the 21st. We'll see what happens. You got comments, questions, thoughts? We want to hear on that. This is Raiderland Rewind, brought to you by Thacker Jewelry in Lubbock, Texas, guys. It's not too late. It's also not too late to let your wife know. New watch, Citizens watches, great watches. Yeah, Oh, it's pretty good. Lynn's watching. Steven is watching. You guys can get in on Facebook. You can get in on United Supermarkets text line 806-772-0197. If you're on YouTube, if you're on X, you got to use the text line 806-772-0197. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid after watching the bowl game. Next year's Big 12 championship. Let's go. Yeah, you're drinking the Kool-Aid. This is a good time, by the way, to mention that drinking the Kool-Aid is a bad thing. I've done this before. We've done this on the radio show a few times over the years. A lot of people don't understand where that thing comes from. The expression comes from drinking the Kool-Aid. And they think, yeah, I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. It's great, man. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm feeling good. We want to drink the Kool-Aid. Drinking the Kool-Aid is good. Drinking the Kool-Aid kills you. Jim Jones, Guyana. Everybody died who drank the Kool-Aid. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. You don't want to be a Kool-Aid drinker. The whole thing, I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, people say they don't know where it comes from. I get it. It happened over 40 years ago now. So a lot of people who throw out the drinking the Kool-Aid thing, I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, it's a good thing. No, you're drinking the Kool-Aid, it's a bad thing. Drinking the Kool-Aid means you're being poisoned. Drinking the Kool-Aid means I don't believe. You don't want to say drinking the Kool-Aid. If I can do just one of a few things on this earth while I'm here, if I can get people to stop saying I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, and I don't care what you replace it with, but just the whole drinking the Kool-Aid shit, just stop it. It was a cult figure who murdered people, men, women, and children. Don't throw it around. Don't throw it out there. Don't just toss it out there. You don't know what you're doing. Hi there, Alan. Hi there, Andrew. Glad you're watching. Texter on the United Supermarkets text line nailed it under 23 attempts, offense boards, fast break points, key stats. Yeah, thank you. I've watched a couple of basketball games. Texter, I'm buying into what Texas Tech is peddling. I like what I'm seeing. I think, based on what I've seen, good times ahead. I like where we're going. You know, whatever. Kill the whole drinking the Kool-Aid. Be smarter than. And when people around you do that, slap them upside the head. Oh, really? Kill Jim Jones, Guyana. It's a big deal. Better analogy would be you're taking the leap of faith and passing the hat. Look at him go there. That man who would nail 99 thesis on a door and just walk away. I'll say I'm drinking the Diet Dr. Pepper. Nothing wrong with that. So, yeah, good outing by Tech basketball. We like that. Your wish list. We'll go a few more minutes. I know it's a rare Sunday night. By the way, are the Cowboys done getting their ass handed to them? Speaking of drinking the Kool-Aid, that's where drinking the Kool-Aid would come in. 31-10 final. Yeah. Yep. That's where that would come in. Cowboy fans up here, beginning of the year, crushed, suck. Come back, beat some teams, bully some teams, bad teams, play a good team, get your butt handed to you, crashing back down reality, lose first round playoffs, and watch the Niners and the Eagles do their thing. There you go. That's how you do that. Pretty much. So football wish list going forward for next year. I want a full-on Heisman campaign for Taj Brooks. He didn't have to come back, but he did. He could have left, but he came back. You know, something hokey like that. Make rushing great again. We got a presidential election coming up, right? So in 2008, it was, Harrell or Crabtree. Why not? But like a presidential campaign. So you take that and you take the presidential campaign. Hey, I'm doing your work for you for free, Matthew Dowdy. Make running great again. Make rushing great again. Stuff like that. Alan, late most Texan entry. I just ate a pound homemade elk burger. Oh, yeah. Lean, tasty. Run the damn ball 2024. I'm with you right there. Stick with just black helmets next year. Amen on that. and not the bass boat and not give me the real double T. Can we do that? Sonny Cumbie's future. Can he be a P5 head coach? I don't know. What I'm going to be dumb here. He didn't get fired like here in the last couple of days, did he? I'm not being funny. The law tech job's a tough job. You take it. You take it because you got to take it. It's been good for some coaches. It obviously isn't working out in a huge way. I don't know. I do know once you get a job like that, it's a lot easier to get another job like it. And you just got to find the right place sometimes. But you take the job. If you're Sonny Cumbie 2 years ago and they're offering you the job, you take the job. It's like I told the story about Sonny Dykes when Cal was offering the job and you're at La Tech, you take the job. Black helmets, red jerseys at home, the winning combo statistically. I don't care about statistics. Care about fashion. White pants with that, I'm good with it. Kitley game plan was intact. Needs to keep it up. There are aspects I don't like about it, but I don't like everything about anything, so it doesn't matter. If you never throw another wide receiver screen, that's fine by me. You're not good at it, and obviously you don't coach it well. Yeah, that's right. They don't coach it well. They don't coach that play well. Obviously, they don't coach it well because they don't execute it well. So don't tell me you got to get the right guys to do it. There's a reason they don't run that in the NFL, by the way. It's a really bad play. So get rid of it. It's a negative play. Go downfield. I don't think we talked about it yet, about Baron Morton, the pride of Eastland, Texas, and really Lubbock, Monterey, in Lubbock when he was here with his dad, Coach Morton, who Monterey or Coronado could use you right now. Kill the tempo just for tempo thing. I agree. Baron Morton last night was the closest you guys have seen to a healthy Baron Morton throwing the football. He had about 5 passes last night by my brain estimation, and I have a massive brain. I mean, it's huge. It barely fits in my head. That's why my hair is so big. And I thought even with the 3 weeks rest or whatever it was, that was the closest to healthy you saw him throwing some passes downfield. And he laser beamed a couple. He threw a couple of routes on the sideline, not the wide receiver screens, but deep outs, what you want to call them, those a little bit, that were much better than he'd been able to throw all year going back to the West Virginia game. Now, it stinks because you go, yeah, well-deserved MVP. Although you could have gone with defense. You could have gone with a bunch of guys on defense, but nobody ever gets the defense MVP because, it's hard to – because sports writers and media people are stupid and they can't figure out if defensive guys are good. Hopefully you'll see the field better in 24. I think he will. It wasn't so much that he didn't see the field unless Coy Aiken was over there, and he really saw Coy Aiken. I just really think he couldn't make throws. And when you are a quarterback and you can't make certain throws, you look to certain areas of the field that you think you can complete the pass to. And for all of the year, that was a quarterback who knew in his head, I can't throw that ball. I can't complete it. Can't do it. So you mentally check yourself down into certain areas of the field, and then your offensive coordinator starts calling the plays, and then you start taking stuff out. I still will rage on a mountaintop. Tight ends. This offense is so good when you're utilizing the tight ends. Get them involved. They need to be a 7 to 10 target a game type guy. And your outside guys can be 5 to 10 target guys, and they can catch 1 or 2 for long touchdowns because you rolled up underneath and you brought a 2-high or a 1-high safety in underneath trying to account for a tight end. And guess what? Now my outside guy, he's got an inside release, and he's got no help over the top, and he blows the top off, and I can throw it over the top. But you've got to throw it to the tight end to make that stuff work. It doesn't work the other way. You don't go over the top and then go to the tight end. Look at Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill, well, I'm about to say something dumb there regarding Travis Kelce. Anyways, Tyreek Hill, for the most part, It's not that he frees up guys in the NFL underneath him, even though he does, and he does command that. But you've got to you've got to establish one or the other, is what I should say. And Tech never really established one or the other. They never established to blow the top off the defense. They never established that we're going to kill you underneath second, mid-level, third, and we're gonna pull your two high, one high safety. And that's the big thing around. Where are your safeties? Where are they going to come from? How are they going to rotate? And how am I going to pick you apart when you do that? You're going to leave a third of the field, a quarter of the field open by what you command or commit to with your safeties. Tech didn't do that because they kept throwing to the damn sidelines. They kept throwing on the wide receiver. That does nothing. Does nothing whatsoever. It puts no pressure on the second level, puts no pressure up top whatsoever. Throw that out, tight ends, and just find me a couple of fast guys. And if they can catch one or two a game, that'll be good. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk on offense. Amazing a coach ever let me throw a pass. Hi there, Zach. Glad you're watching. Hopefully he'll see the it's old. Do we not rotate up? I thought we had some. All right, a couple of more comments, a couple of more thoughts. It's Raiderland Rewind. Brought to you by Thacker Jewelry in Lubbock, Texas. That's Happy Santa Claus above us. Everybody say hi to Happy Santa Claus. You guys get on the United Supermarkets text line, 806-772-0197. Going to be a big, busy week of shows. And on the website tomorrow, we'll have, what do we do on Mondays? Who's going to tell them? Somebody tell them. You guys know what we do on Mondays. Somebody tell them what we're going to do on Monday on the website, theraiderland.com. Also, you guys can get in. It's still not too late to comment on our 5 things we know on a Sunday. We power ranked Santa Clauses, power ranked movie Santa Clauses, Dicey, and a few other thoughts and things on there. So it's not too late to get on there and do what you need to do. Yeah, we're going there. Yeah. Nope, don't hit that. Ooh, hit the wrong button. That's never a good thing. You don't want to see that happen. Then we go here. And if you're a fast guy, please hold on to the ball. I mean, even if you're a slow guy, I was a slow guy. And they were like, please hold on to the ball. Please hold on. Please hold on. Yeah, it's handy if you can hold on to the ball. By a show of hands or votes, how many of y'all have not started Christmas shopping yet? Anyone? How many of you have not? Key phrase, not started. Now, I actually have. I got my wife something awesome, glorious, so good. I can't wait. I'm not going to wait till Christmas. I'm going to give it to her tonight. I'm sitting over here in my office, here in the Arctic Air Studios, where if your air is too Arctic this winter, you call the bear. Callthebear.com. You haven't started yet, Michelle? I don't believe you. I think you have. You strike me as a shop all year kind of person. I don't believe that. So if you hadn't started, what do you do? Like I saw something online today, and I was like, oh, that'd be cool, man. Yeah, she'd like that. And I'm like, no way I can get it here now. Why do they keep putting Christmas here at the end of the month? They don't give us any time, no warning whatsoever. It's like all of a sudden it's here, and we don't have time to do it. Well, luckily, we can get you taken care of. Thacker Jewelry, they can get you taken care of. Hey, guys, there are a lot of great sponsors and people that have worked with us over the years and over the months. And I know it's not sexy, but you could go out to Pete's Tire Service in Roseville, and buy some tires for your wife. Okay, maybe you go to Golf USA. You know, Stacy Nicks and his crew there, they're waiting for you. They can get you taken care of. You know, your wife is looking for a new putter. Oh, okay. What about a new house? Kyle Rogers, Remax Realty. See, there are so many people we work with. So many people we work with. They could get you taken care of. I mean, McAlpin Chiropractic. Okay. Probably not a good idea to say, honey, I got you adjusted. Yeah, be delicate how you do that. But you know what we're saying? Maybe just Domino's pizza. Stocking stuffer. Huge stocking stuffer. I'm talking about getting the pizza. I'm talking about like ordering it on Christmas Eve or something. A couple of days before. Doing that. Significant other might need a Domino's. See, Chris is thinking the same thing. That's scripture right there. People thinking the same thing, not knowing it. Man, shove that thin crust pizza down in there. Our sponsors make this go is what I'm saying. Our sponsors make this happen. We can't do it without them. And I'm thankful that you guys are with us tonight on a Sunday. We don't do this a whole lot, but I figured it was better than doing it at 1 in the morning last night when the game finally ended. We'll be back with you tomorrow. Raiderland.com. It's helmet sticker day. We're going to hand out some helmet stickers. It's going to be awesome. Who knows what else we're due. And then we'll have a huge show tomorrow. Leftover pizza in the air fryer is fantastic. Yes, it is. I realized it was a low end bowl, but what were your thoughts on the game? I've been on for over an hour, not quite an hour. It was a bowl game. You showed up and you won. You played well. There you go, CJ. We've been on for a while. You go back, hit 0, rewind. You can find my thoughts on the game. My thoughts on the game. All right. I got to hit end stream for our people on YouTube, not YouTube. Yeah, YouTube and X. End stream. Yeah, we got to end stream. Sorry, guys. We got to end it at some point. And then